Hi everyone, I'm Adam Miller from the Archery Shop, and this is part one in our arrow building series. Today we're going to talk about arrow shaft materials. There are three main materials used in modern arrow shafts. There's wood, there's aluminium, and there's carbon fibre. With those three materials, there are four different distinct styles of arrows that are usually made. So we'll go through each one so you can see the differences. Firstly, we have wooden arrow shafts. These are usually made from a thin rod of solid wood. That's quite an important thing to remember, that they are solid, as most arrow shafts are hollow. So you use different types of nocks for this style of arrow. The end of the arrow is tapered, much like the end of a pencil. So the nock slides over the top, whereas most modern arrow shafts, the nock would slide into the shaft. So it's just worth remembering if you do end up buying wooden arrows. Wooden arrows are usually used for traditional archery. The cheapest of the arrows are usually made from materials like pine, whereas more expensive arrows are made from materials like cedar because it's lighter and stronger. Two reliable companies for purchasing arrow shafts would be TAS or Super Shaft. A lot of archery clubs used to use wooden arrows for the beginners courses, but now you'll find most have moved over to aluminium shafts, and we'll move on to that subject next. Aluminium shafts are made from a strong rocket grade material and are hollow, which again is important, as I said before, because both the point and the nock are inserted into the arrow. There are some of the older aluminium arrows still have a tapered point for the nock to slide over, but most have the insert style these days. One of the most popular companies for producing aluminium arrows is Eastern Archery. You'll see 9 times out of 10 their arrows on the shooting line. Aluminium arrows have become popular for indoor shooting, hunting, and 3D archery, just because there's so many different styles of arrow that you can actually buy. So it's worth thinking about, if you're starting archery or if you're an intermediate archer, an aluminium arrow could be the choice for you. Or if you're planning to shoot indoors quite regular, then again, an aluminium arrow could be the right choice. Another advantage with buying aluminium arrows is the size of the shaft. So as you can see between these two arrows, this one is for quite a light powered bow, and this is for quite a heavy powered bow. So this kind of shaft would be useful for indoor archery for somebody that's using quite a high powered recurve or a compound bow. A lot of people have started moving to this for indoor, just for the simple fact that it's got quite a large diameter, so it means when you hit the target you've got more chance of catching a line and getting what's called a line cutter. So it has the potential of increasing your scores indoors. Next, we have carbon fibre arrows. These are made entirely out of carbon. Depending on the style of carbon used, the price can vary quite a lot. They are used by beginners, intermediate and advanced archers alike. They have become more and more popular recently with some of the Olympic archers as well. There are a few companies that make the all carbon arrow. Again, Eastern Archery is one of them. Then you have Black Eagle, Gold Tip, Victory, and Carbon Express. If you have a look on the website, you'll see them listed as carbon arrows, so you can find all the different styles available. They're a good arrow to use, but there are disadvantages as well. One being they're harder to find in a field if you do lose an arrow, so that's something to be aware of. There's one last style of arrow, and that's the aluminium carbon arrow. So these have an aluminium tube covered in carbon fibre. It is an arrow that is used by beginner, intermediate and advanced archers, as there are varying degrees of quality for this arrow. Only one company makes these arrows, and that again is Eastern. The starting arrow for these is called the aluminium carbon composite, or for short the ACC. That is the cheaper of the range. Next up from there would be the aluminium carbon extreme, or ACE for short, and then at the top of the range is the well-known Eastern X10 arrow. That is the arrow favoured by Olympic archers and has won more Olympic medals and world records than any other arrow on the market. but it is also probably the most expensive arrow on the market. So if you're just starting out in archery, the X10 probably isn't the ideal arrow for you, but there's a lot of different ones you can buy. Easton also make one other type of arrow, and it's called the Full Metal Jacket, or FMJ for short. This is again an aluminium and carbon arrow. The difference with this being it starts with a carbon shaft and then it is wrapped in aluminium. This makes the arrow a lot stronger and durable, which is becoming more and more popular with the 3D archers and the hunters and compound archers as well. It just gives you that extra bit of strength in case you do happen to hit wood if you're shooting 3D archery. So it's just another option that you have. Another advantage with the FMJ is that if your club still uses quite a lot of straw targets, this won't wear down or degrade as quickly as the ACC arrows, as the aluminium is on the outside, so it's just a lot more durable. So it's another option if you want something that should last you quite a long time. If you do have any more questions about arrow shaft materials, please do get in touch. We're always happy to help, and hopefully we'll catch you again real soon. If you'd like to know more or have any questions, come and visit us at thearcheryshop.co.uk.